L'Altai è una regione della Siberia situata nel centro del continente asiatico, a nord della Mongolia. Nella stagione estiva, le montagne nel sud della regione sono caratterizzate da un clima abbastanza caldo e secco. In questo periodo lo scioglimento dei ghiacciai riempie i fiumi che scorrono impetuosi verso valle. È necessaria però un'ottima tecnica e tanta esperienza per poter affrontare le rapide e le difficoltà di questi fiumi. Questo è il racconto di un team di canoisti internazionali che nel luglio del 2015 hanno disceso oltre 140 km di fiume senza supporti logistici.
Hello, my name is Igor Voskobonnikov. I am from Russia. We are in Altai mountains. I am organizing the trip for Two Blades Adventures. We are here with a strong group of kayakers. Yeah, tomorrow the plan is we will start the first multi-day trip. It will be the river Karagem, then river Argut, and then river Katuny. So 3 different rivers.
Yeah.
But to reach the Putin, we need a really good 4-wheel drive car. So the plan is the truck is coming now, and we will put the boats in a truck right now, and then tomorrow morning we will start driving by the good road from here till this point, then a little bit more till this big village built here is end of the dirty road, but it's still good. At this point we will change a car, we will sit in a really good truck, and then we will start driving across a pass. It's 2000 meters pass, and then
hike.
Yeah, then drive a little bit down, and then the road will finish, and we have to hike to the Putin.
А он еще на подкачке работает, да?
Да.
Как можно приебать кроссовки с ног?
Choose a good goal.
So we just had a really good breakfast, kind of filling up for the multi-day, trying to get those calories because it's gonna be a long multi-day.
It's important to bring the food for multi-day. It's important to have not a lot of food. Usually we are using empty bottle, a plastic bottle for a food because it don't get wet.
You really want to take only necessary stuff in a river trip. Necessary stuff, it's like warm clothes, you don't want to get cold, and like a good sleeping bag, a light mattress. We are not bringing water, so it's important to have a bottle that can filter the water of the river to avoid bacteria and virus.
Yeah, on a multi-day it's super important to have everything on a dry bag. Otherwise, in case you swim or just if you get some water in your boat, all your stuff is gonna get wet.
We have a satellite phone with us to more safety, and also if we will do it faster we could call and the driver will pick it up soon.
After 2 hours of driving, we actually reach the truck with all our kayak. We put all our gear in the big truck, just the necessary stuff for multi-day. We decided to jump in the other truck when the road started to be really unnice, and with the other van it was pretty hard to go through it. We are now going up to this very scenic drive, and this valley looks enchanted.
So On the way we saw many ships and we tried to buy a ship, but we could not find the owner of these ships, so it was not a good idea to steal that, so we decided to don't take it.
The landscape here in the mountain pass, it's amazing, full of lakes, beautiful scenery and just into the wild. We drove up on this huge truck from the military. It went over everything and we got the most amazing views from the pass.
There was a landslide blocking the road of our truck, so we had to move some rocks to make room.
I'm a little worried crossing the river. It's so high right now that it's kind of scary, but this truck driver is really good, so I think we'll be fine.
On the way to the rivers, the sun was very strong at noon and we get all really sunburned.
On our way with the all-wheel drive truck, we didn't really know how far our driver could go, but he managed to go very far, so we didn't have to hike.
So we split up all the food and everyone loaded their boats with pretty much the same weight.
Why?
Mosquitoes are so bad.
There were so many mosquitoes, like every time in Altai.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to fit all the gear into the kayaks. You need like a sleeping bag and mattress and food as well.
But it was too low, so we had to go.
The first hour of the river, it was really fun. It was pretty high.
The water was really high and I decided to stop the group before the hardest rapid and before the long gorge. Okay, let's set the camp here. Let's stay tonight here because it's a good place, quite flat. There's a creek right here. There's a lot of wood, logs. We can make a bonfire tonight.
And grill the chicken.
Yeah.
And we have to make fire for cooking food every time, every night.
Costa did a very good job at cooking the plov, the traditional.
What is it?
What, you don't like my pot?
After all the sun I took during the drive, I was feeling pretty tired, so I was really happy to set up my sleeping bag and my mattress under the tarp.
In the morning we wake up, get some food and then like get ready, pack the gear and then it's time to go again.
If we come to a difficult rapid, it's important to make safety, so you bring a rope and in case of an emergency you can throw a rope at the swimmer.
Because we are on the glacier river, it's better to use side creeks for drinking water.
soon as we are going down to the river, more water is coming from the side tributary, so we can actually see the water rising every time. We are finally at the confluence between the Karagiem and the Argut. After Igor told us about the biggest rapid in Russia, we were all stoked to do like half an hour trekking to go and scout this legendary rapid.
We are looking at the biggest rapid in Siberia. It's really big and too high right now, but maybe someday we can come back with lower water and actually make it happen.
Now the river is definitely changing. It's getting more like a volume river, so with much more water. It's getting late in the evening, but we really need to find a good camp spot before the biggest rapid of the Argut.
In a gorge it's really hard to find a really good place for camps.
We finally found like a good place right at like 7:30 in the evening.
Turned out pretty good. I thought we were gonna camp on the rocks.
I've been on a couple of multi-day trips and normally we bring just like dry food, and here like Igor gave me 2 kilos of cheese, some cans, rice. I couldn't even like carry my kayak, it was so heavy, but maybe it's the Russian way.
First we thought it was dog food, but actually it was quite tasty.
Yeah, in the mornings we're not rushed, we just take it easy, hang out, eat breakfast and wait for the sun to shine and go kayaking. Food ready, present food.
So we're off in the morning for our first big rapid right at the beginning, and we're all looking forward to it.
Yeah, the Argut had a lot of water, there were huge waves, huge holes, and it's kind of hard sometimes with a heavy boat. It takes a lot of power for sure.
In the big rapid, you really want to scout the line first, decide where to go, keep some point of reference just to make sure you're going in the right place and avoid the biggest hole.
Between the hardest part, or between the hard parts, there were like some flat section, and there you have time to enjoy the nature.
Costa went straight into the biggest hole on River Argut that we could find. Had to stay in the hole for maybe 10 seconds until he got flushed out, so he had to hold his breath.
since we went really fast, and I decided we have enough time, and we decided to pedal the lower part in the last 4 hours before the darkness, because there are no reason to stay one more night on the river.
We were paddling down the river, and we saw these people camped on shore, and they invited us for dinner, and we hung out a little bit with them. They were pretty nice, and it was a good time.
My one, too much people.
We liked our trip to Karagem and Agut. The rivers were great, like different kinds of rivers, different style, and a good adventure.
It was an awesome 3-day trip. We did well over 100 Ks. Super amazing scenery, like deep canyons and amazing mountains. It was really awesome, and really good white water as well.